bacteria, fermentation is when bacteria eat fiber and then release things.
Sure.
I'm sorry, they eat sugars, fiber included, and then they release things. One of the things they release is xanthan gum. They extrude out the xanthan fibers and xanthan gum, and so it's a bacterial byproduct. It's not fermented. It comes from fermentation, but it's not fermented itself, and it's basically inert. And then the other one, carboxymethylcellulose. Cellulose is the most abundant compound on the planet, as I'm sure you know as a farmer. Sodium carboxymethylcellulose is a processed form of cellulose that can be used in various preparations, topical preparations, pharmaceutical preparations, food preparations. And again, it's a thickener, and it is inert. It's processed, so you might get some residual materials from the processing, but it's basically inert itself.
Okay,
it doesn't do anything, just thickens. Okay?
Awesome. Well, thanks
Good deal. Hey, thank you so much for your call. It's good talking to you, and you're giving us old folks a little peace of mind there. That's the new generation. Good deal. Good deal. Thanks for calling, Chris. Appreciate it, and thanks for listening, too. Okay, 844-236-6010. Let's go to Rose in Virginia. What's up, Rose? Rosie. You got Rose? Nope, Rose is gone. Oh, we lost Rose. Always, poor Rose. I always leave her on the end, and now when we get to her, she's gone. All right, well, nobody's on the line, so I'm going to get to talk to you. I'll just talk to you about short-chain fatty acids. I want to talk to you a little bit about vinegar. Tomorrow we're going to talk about vinegar and how it relates to skin health. There's a lot of things you could do using topical vinegar, apple cider vinegar, or any vinegar for that matter. Vinegar is a solution of short-chain fatty acid, anywhere from 5 to 20% short-chain fatty acid, specifically something called acetic acid or acetate. Acetic acid is incredible stuff. The fact that you can get acetic acid in a supermarket or drugstore or just anywhere pretty much in the form of vinegar is really quite amazing, considering how powerfully medicinal vinegar is. If you know anything about health, or you've been following health or alternative health for any length of time, you probably run into folks telling you about, or folks writing or talking about how important vinegar is for health. And you may have wondered, why is vinegar so powerful? Why could something as simple as vinegar that costs you $1 for a quart or whatever it is, $2 for a quart, how can that be so medicinal? Well, it's so medicinal because, in essence, vinegar is a solution of short-chain fatty acid. Now, if you've been listening to this program for the last couple of weeks, you know that short-chain fatty acids are ridiculously important, but check this out. Every one of the cells of your body produces energy from vinegar and vinegar-like substances. It's called acetic acid, and it's a key component of the so-called citric acid or Krebs cycle reaction. This is how energy is produced in cells. Cells will basically turn vinegar into energy, or at least acetic acid into energy. And when you eat that vinegar, when you eat vinegar, or when your body makes vinegar, when it makes acetic acid and short-chain fatty acids, that vinegar, which is in essence a water-soluble fatty acid, can go right into cells. Literally, it can enter into the cells, through the cell membrane, into the mitochondria, those little factories, those little energy-producing factories, and it can get converted into energy. This is why short-chain fatty acids are so energizing. This is why the body will make short-chain fatty acids under conditions of fasting, under conditions of intermittent fasting, and this is why short-chain fatty acids are so important for cardiovascular health, for brain health, and for the health of all of the cells that are moving really fast. They're instantly used for energy, and it's why everyone should include a little acetic acid solution, a little vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar, in their daily health regimen, especially after meals. You take them after meals. The acetic acid can support the digestive process, or the vinegar can support the digestive process. It can activate enzymes. And then, ultimately, the acetic acid and the short-chain fatty acids can be used by cells for energy. This is one of the reasons why people will notice a sense of well-being when they do a little swig of apple cider vinegar. And you don't have to do apple cider vinegar, but if you do the apple cider vinegar, you get the benefit of minerals like potassium and sodium, and also probably a little bit of calcium too. And then if you use the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, you'll get it in an organic fashion. I've been using Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar for going on 20 years now, and I absolutely love the stuff. If you don't like the taste of apple cider vinegar, and some people don't, mix it with a little bit of oil, mix it with some good nutritional oil, and then dip veggies in it. And you make yourself a wonderful oil and vinegar salad dressing that will get you the short-chain fatty acids. If you use a nutritional oil, you also get some omega fats with your veggies. And it's always, always, always a good idea to mix veggies with oil, pull out those oil-soluble nutrients. But if you mix your veggies with oil and vinegar, you'll get even more extraction of those oil-soluble phytonutrients that can be so important on their own. Aside from the short-chain fatty acid content, the oil-soluble phytonutrients from your tomatoes and your cucumbers and your peppers will become more accessible when you mix them up, mix your veggies up with some apple cider vinegar and nutritional oil. Even coconut oil, for that matter, or butter will work. Okay, got Rose back. What's going on, Rose? Welcome to the bright side. Now we only got about a minute, though, for you, Rose.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Joseph,
you disappeared.
Next time, if you can speak, you mentioned about lung cancer to follow a liquid diet, deep breathing, and I know Tangy will help. What else?
Lots of things will help. Not just a liquid diet, although soups are very good for folks dealing with cancer, but intermittent fasting, a low-calorie diet, a ketogenic diet. And you notice I didn't say low-carb diet. A lot of folks talk about low carbs, but the problem with these low-carb diets is they're also low short-chain fatty acid diets because probiotics will munch down on carbs, specifically starches, to produce short-chain fatty acids. So you don't want to go low-carb necessarily, but you want to go low-processed carb and low-sugar carb, low refined sugar kinds of sweet foods. Starches, on the other hand, are carbs. Vegetable starches are carbs, and those can be very, very important for the immune system, for protecting you from cancer, for the heart, just for general health. Lots of other things you could do for lung cancer. Rose vitamin C is important. Vitamin E is important. And vitamin A is so important for lung cancer, it's actually chemotherapy. Yes, they use vitamin A, retinoic acid, as chemotherapy for lung cancer. Got to go, Rose. That's the music. Thanks for your call. Let's see. If you want to join the Brightside Ben team, please call the phone team at 866-735-2470. Check out my blog, pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. Love to have you on the Brightside Ben team. Thanks for listening, folks. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about short-chain fatty acids, get into some good stuff about skin as well. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You've been listening to the Brightside. Have yourself a wonderful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary. IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account. You need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of